Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video featuring the LST-325. This time with some pictures and video from running one of the LCPVs, or Higgins boats, that the LST-325 carries. Here I am climbing the accommodation ladder to board one of the boats. The LST-325 carries two of these boats. They're both launched via gravity davits, as shown here, one port, one starboard. I wasn't able to record any video of the boat actually lowering. I was holding on to one of the lifelines that hang there for personnel in case the davits or wires fail. The gravity davits aboard the ship are operated by a brakeman who's able to lower the landing craft down to the waterline in a controlled fashion. Once the boat is in the water, the crew inside is able to disconnect from the davit cables, clear the lifelines, and back away from the ship. This evolution was able to provide me with a really interesting perspective of the vessel. This view from the waterline is not one that most people get to see. Check out the LST's stern anchor. This is how she would have kedged herself off of the beach after running the bow aground to offload troops and vehicles. You can see there that the falls hang down at the waterline ready to retrieve the boat when she comes back alongside the ship. Here's a great view of the bow doors. Initially, I was a little embarrassed to ask these guys to launch this boat just to run me ashore, but all the smiles and waves here don't lie. They're happy to get to play with this stuff, so I guess I don't feel too bad. In all seriousness, though, I cannot overstate how much I appreciate the crew of this vessel. These guys work so hard, and they really just rolled out the red carpet for me. They're a great bunch of guys, and they do a wonderful job. Originally, these boats were designed to carry one standard size vehicle, i.e. a Jeep, or 25 personnel. That's where they derive the name LCVP for Landing Craft Vehicle Personnel. So unfortunately, kind of like lowering the boat, I didn't get video of us running up on the bank for two reasons. One, we were bracing for impact, and two, we had a little bit of trouble getting some of the cables unstuck to lower the bow door there, and it took us a little longer than we expected.
Nice to meet you and good luck.
Thanks for bringing me over here. I appreciate it. Thank you, fellas.
Dedicate your model to the wardroom. I'm gonna go out too. I'm gonna go hug all these guys.
Okay, here, let me
Oh, here, yeah, just land.
return my vest. Thank you. And so ended my tenure as pilot on the LST-325. The crew of the Higgins boat waited around for a little longer to make sure that the other pilot could get back on board. He's a pretty popular guy up and down the rivers, and he seems to have friends everywhere we go. So he had to run ashore to say some hellos and give some hugs while we were in town. Though not original equipment, these two boats represent the complement that the LST-325 would have originally carried. The two Higgins boats that the ship presently carries were very caringly restored by the museum's volunteers. It's a manual crank that draws the wires back up to close the bow ramp door.
I kind of see there maybe used to be something.
You can see some mud getting stirred up as they try to keep the boat a little bit straighter, dealing with the wakes from some of the towboats going by. Or maybe they're twisting the boat off the bank. I'm not sure. With the ramp closed and a clearing in the traffic, she's off the bank and away she goes. They'll travel back downriver, meeting the LST, coming alongside on the port side up to where the davit cables are hanging, clip everything back in, and with an electric winch, pick the Higgins boat back up, rest her back in her cradle, and secure everything for the rest of the voyage. So I stuck around for a while longer to watch the LST-325 continue her journey up the Ohio River to Evansville, Indiana. By this time, she's got the boat back on board and is coming back up to her cruising speed. I owe a huge thank you to the USS LST Ship Memorial Foundation, Captain Bob Kubota and Captain Mike Blitchen, and all of the fantastic volunteers that work to keep the LST in operating condition. Thank you, gentlemen. Fair winds, following seas, and I hope to see you again somewhere on the river. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in other ship or maritime related videos. I try to post them fairly frequently. See you next time.